Today on In the Woodyard, we've got a delivery, but before we go do the delivery, we've got to load up some wood. And before I load up the wood, I got to do a little cleanup job. And I happen to have a box. You may be asking yourself right now, Chris, what's in the box? It's definitely not Gwyneth Paltrow's head. It's a new tool. You guys have wanted me to get this for a long time. Here we go. So for over, probably like a year and a half, people have been telling me, hey Chris, when you clean up the processor, you got all that sawdust. You need to get, you know what it is, one of these, a blower. I got a blower, look at this. It was like Christmas. So first off, I want to say, you were right. A blower would have been great, a backpack blower, something like that. But nobody reached out to me saying, hey, here's a blower, give it a try. I don't know why they haven't, because they'd get a lot of exposure, because I would have used it a lot. But now I've got one. So this company, it's called Lithelli, there's the name, sent this to me. Pretty reasonably priced too. I think it's very cool design. I already took it out of the box. The box has just got some packing stuff. The machine is right over there. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. So one thing I want to mention is that when I get people that offer me stuff, which happens every day on my channel, people from companies all over the world say, hey, use this, use that. This is great. You need this. 90% of it is stuff that doesn't relate at all to what I do, or it's junk. And I say no. I say no thanks, not today. But every once in a while something comes along and like, I could use that. You've seen a lot of the things on the channel, you know, the power stations, the processor, chainsaws, all kinds of things that I've used on the channel that have benefited, you know, what we do on the channel. This is something I think will work pretty well. A lot of you have suggested this for a long time, and I just happen to have a bunch of debris and a cat, there she is, the mama cat, in the trailer, and I'm going to use the blower to blow it out. I've never used it. I just put it together. I'm going to go get it right now. I'll be right back. Here it is. It's the Lithelli. Very cool design. It has battery packs. See if I can get these out of here. How do they eject? Right here, you got to push this. Oh, sorry. I hit the power button there. I don't want to do that. Here's the eject button right here. They pop out. So the battery design, very sleek. The whole machine reminds me a lot of Apple products. Very clean, simple, stylish design, not gaudy like a lot of the stuff that I get. Some of the stuff that I've seen, it's gaudy design. This is really slick. The only thing that I'm not a real big fan of, it's a USB charge. So it's got a USB port there, you plug it in and you plug it into whatever device you want to charge it with. And it takes a while to charge, but 2 batteries, they just lock in place like that. The extender chute, I don't know what you call it. See if I can get this off here. It's brand new, so it's real tight. There we go. It's just a chute like this, so you can use it small or you can put this on. We're going to put this on, and then it just locks on like this, and that's it. And then you've got a power button here. You hang on to, and it starts up, and then you hit this button. Turbo. So it really takes off. Very cool design. I'm sure I'm going to beat the snot out of it, but let's see what it'll do. We're going to blow some debris. Okay, so some of this debris in here is frozen, and there's chunks, big chunks. And I wanted to see how well that would blow this chunks out here. I know it'll blow sawdust, so we'll start her up, and I'm sure I'm going to make a mess, so watch out. Yeah, won't quite blow the heavy stuff. But a lot of this stuff has got water on it and it's frozen, but it's coming out. So there it is, the Lathelli brushless blower. I will put some information on the screen about it because I just opened it up. I have no idea about pretty much anything about it because I'm not a guy to read instructions much. I just open stuff up and put it together and start using it because I learn better by doing because I can't read. Well, I can read a little bit. I'm going to go get the box right now. I'll give you some of the specifics. Okay, so as you can see, this company makes a bunch of stuff. They got a power station. They got their brick batteries, which is what goes in here. So this battery is interchangeable, and they've got all kinds of different tools. They got lawn mowers, weed trimmers. This looks to me like a pole saw. This is a trimmer here. That's the blower. Another blower. Reciprocating saw. A little chainsaw. All kinds of stuff. Looks like a shop vac. Drills, impact wrenches, sprayers. I don't know what that is, but I'm just going by what I see on here. So all kinds of different tools that they make. Oh, here you go. Here's the information you guys, excuse me, that you want to know. It's got 220 volt power bricks, so it's probably 40 volts is my guess. Battery capacity is 4 amps. Rotation speed, it's 20,000 RPMs, plus or minus 10%. Airflow is 112 miles per hour. So fast. Air volume 560. I don't know anything about blowers, but if that's a lot, that's a lot. If it's not, it's not, but it works. So that's pretty much the information that's on there that's in English that I can see. And again, I'll put the price, I'll look it up, and I'll put a link to it on here because they said if I put a link on it, they'd send me stuff. So there it is. Okay, now we're going to load some wood. So now it's wood chucking time. So I've got to do this delivery. I'm supposed to be there in less than an hour, and I have to put a full cord of wood in here. And he wants 2 different kinds of wood. He wants a face cord, a third of a cord of ash, which I have a bunch of ash right here. And then we're going to go over to the hard maple, and we're going to put in 2/3 of a cord. So it's a full cord. So we're going to load it up so that when I fill it up, it comes right to this board here, pretty much level. And that'll be a full cord volume-wise. And when I load the wood, I just chuck it in loose. It's way faster than stacking. It's a waste of time to stack wood. Now that I've seen the light. Don't stack. We're going to throw it in, and we're going to go do the delivery. And when we come back, we're going to take the blower and we're going to go over to the processor. And hopefully not all the sawdust is frozen in there, but we're going to try to blow some of that off and see how the blower works for that. Because that's kind of what I thought of when I first got it. Like, oh, we could clean off the processor really good with it. And I know this is a dump trailer. I could have just dumped the debris out. But I wanted to see how the blower worked. I wanted to play with it because it's a toy. So, and a tool. Here we go. Loading time. There we go. I threw in a bunch of ash, and there was a little bit of soft maple in there, not too much. I kind of picked through the pile because this pile to your right here, all the way through here, this whole big long pile is all mixed hardwood, but it's probably 80% ash, so that's why I went to this pile. And I tried to pick out just the ash, but once in a while I had a piece of maple, which he wants maple anyway, but I told him I'd bring him a bunch of hard maple. So most of the time I use this for the mixed hardwood, and I just throw it all in because there is a little bit of basswood in there, not a lot, just a little. I did see a couple chunks of cherry. There was a little bit of elm in there, but I didn't throw any of that in there or the cherry. So when people want a specific kind, I try to give them just that, which is why I separate a lot of my wood, which those of you that watch the channel for a while, you know, because there are people that only want oak or only want hickory or only want cherry, and that's what I try to do. But this mixed stuff, like I said, it's mostly ash, and so that's what I put in there is mostly ash. So now we're going to go over to the hard maple and fill it up. So I pulled up to the bin here on the side. This is the far side that faces to the west, and this is the one catastrophe that we had this year with the bins. As you can see, this is the big maple bin, and all the walls were like this. Well, it blew out on this side here right when they were doing the bean harvest. I don't know if they ticked it with a piece of machinery or something, but it let loose. But the walls fell down, and what happened is all the wood is still off the ground here. It just fell down onto the pallet, so no big deal. And I'm going to be picking this up and chucking it in, and then I'm going to work on the peaks up there. Is I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm going to take some of those peaks down so it's more sloped from the middle to the outside. And that's kind of what I've been doing all the way around this big bin. For those of you that haven't been around a long time, there's 5 truckloads of hard maple in here, semi-loads. So 12 full cords per truckload, 60 full cords, but you do lose some in your processing because of the kerf on the cuts, splits and stuff like that. So you get about 2.5 face cords, or what would they be, 5/6 of a full cord for every full log cord. That's pretty much what you get. And so in here there's, I don't know, 50 or more, something like that. Yeah, 50 full cords, that's what would be in here. So 150 face cords, bunch of wood. We're gonna chuck it in now. There it is, wood in the trailer. I threw a little bit extra in. Like I said, I got to go to the top of that bottom board there, so right in between those two, but it's much higher here, much higher there. So I know I've got more than enough. And I was thinking while I was chucking this in, you know, people ask me, how do I know how much wood I have in there? I just do. I've thrown so much wood into the trailers over the years that have been from stacked, measured, face cords, full cords, and I know how much I need to put in. And that's one of the reasons why I quit stacking, was I just kind of know what the volume is. And if I'm in question, I throw a little extra on, because two things happen when you give people a little extra. I don't have to spend my time stacking. I don't have to spend my time keeping track of all my piles, where even I'm tipping over, except for this one. And the customer gets more wood. They're happy. I save a big, huge amount of time by not stacking. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna go deliver this load now. When I deliver this load to this guy, this will be like the 4th or 5th time he's ordered wood from me. He always gets a full cord every year. I back into his garage. He stacks it way up in the front of his garage, and I shove it off for him. That saves him a whole bunch of work instead of dumping it in the driveway. He's always happy that I do that. So when I do those kind of things for people, that's where I get tips, where they're like, oh, that'd be awesome if you could do that. So a lot of times they throw me an extra Hamilton or a Jackson. So it's awesome. Okay, down the road we go. Doesn't really need to be done. I'm just playing now. But at least I know it works. And nice unit. This Lithelli, it's brushless. Battery pack, I have no idea how long it would last. But it does work. So pretty cool. So there it is, the Lithelli blower. Some people would call it a leaf blower. I don't know, it's just a blower. Very cool design. Works really good. Obviously this is not a backpack one that's gonna, you know, be able to take flight. You'll be able to fly to the moon with it or anything. I do really like the design of these battery packs. Totally different than anybody else's. They're very sleek design, and obviously, like I said, it powers a whole bunch of their other stuff. So if you get into the line, just like any other of the products now where people are getting proprietary batteries, you pretty much are stuck to that system then, and they seem to have some really nice stuff. So check it out. The trailer has been disconnected. The trailer is empty. The shove off, dump off, whatever that was called, is done. And that is it for today, folks. I'll be back tomorrow 5:30 a.m. with another video for you. Right now you should go watch all the videos on my channel. There's 1,200 waiting for you. Good night, Irene.